Vehicles have been left to decay, abandoned in remote locations, forgotten factories, and even the ocean floor. Whether due to changing industries, failed ambitions, or economic downturns, these abandoned relics serve as eerie reminders of human ingenuity and its fleeting nature. Here are some of the most unbelievable abandoned technologies and vehicles that continue to captivate the world. Number 1. Car Forest. The International Car Forest of the Last Church is a unique and eerie outdoor art installation located in Goldfield, Nevada, featuring over 40 abandoned vehicles partially buried in the desert landscape. Created by artists Chad Sorg and Mark Rippey, this unconventional junkyard-turned-art exhibit showcases cars, vans, and buses standing upright in the dirt or stacked atop one another like a surreal automotive Stonehenge. Each vehicle is covered in colorful graffiti, blending artistic expression with the decay of rusting metal, creating a striking contrast against the barren desert surroundings. The installation not only serves as a creative landmark, but also symbolizes the intersection of abandoned technology and nature's reclaiming force, highlighting how once innovative machines can quickly become obsolete. The International Car Forest is reminiscent of Cadillac Ranch in Texas, but takes the concept further by incorporating more diverse vehicle types and allowing for continuous artistic contributions. Number 2. French Fly. The French Aero train, often referred to as the flying train, was an unbelievable abandoned vehicle concept that once held the promise of revolutionizing high-speed rail travel. Developed in the 1960s and 1970s by French engineer Jean Bertin, the Aerotren was an experimental hover train that utilized an air cushion system to glide over a special elevated concrete track, significantly reducing friction and allowing for unprecedented speeds. One of the most impressive prototypes, the Aerotrain 180HV, set a record by reaching an astonishing speed of 267 miles per hour, 430 kilometers per hour in 1974, making it one of the fastest ground transportation systems of its time. Unlike traditional trains, which relied on wheels and tracks, the Aerotrain's design incorporated a powerful gas turbine engine that propelled it forward while maintaining near-silent and smooth motion. However, despite its groundbreaking technology, the project was ultimately abandoned due to a combination of political decisions, financial constraints, and the French government's shift toward conventional high-speed rail (TGV). After years of testing, the project was officially canceled in 1977, leaving behind eerie remnants of the futuristic dream. Number 3. The Soviet Buran Space Shuttle. The Soviet Buran Space Shuttle was a marvel of engineering, designed to rival NASA's Space Shuttle program. While it may seem like a footnote in space history today, its story is one of ambition, innovation, and ultimately tragedy. Developed in secrecy, Buran was a testament to Soviet ingenuity, boasting advanced features like fully automated launch, orbital maneuvers, and landing, a feat the American Space Shuttle never achieved. Its single unmanned flight in 1988 was a resounding success, demonstrating the program's potential. However, the collapse of the Soviet Union brought an abrupt end to the project, leaving behind a legacy of what-ifs. The remaining Buran orbiter, tragically destroyed in a hangar collapse, serves as a poignant reminder of this lost chapter in space exploration. Number 4. The Abandoned Batmobile. The abandoned Batmobile is one of the most shocking and unbelievable abandoned vehicles ever discovered. This iconic car, modeled after the legendary Batmobile from the Batman franchise, was found rusting away in an overgrown field, seemingly forgotten for years. The vehicle, believed to be a fan-made replica or possibly even an old prop from a movie set, was in a tragic state of decay, with faded black paint, cracked windshields, and vegetation creeping through its once imposing frame. Its sleek, crime-fighting design, once the epitome of superhero fantasy, now stood as a haunting reminder of neglect and abandonment. The car's signature turbine-style front and massive rear fins were still visible, though time and the elements had taken their toll, leaving behind rusted metal and peeling decals. It raised many questions. Who owned it? Why was it abandoned? And how did such an iconic car end up left to rot? Whatever the case, this decaying Batmobile remains one of the most bizarre and unexpected abandoned vehicles ever documented. Number 5. Unlimited power. Deep in the desolate landscapes of Russia, hidden away in a forest near the city of Istra, lies one of the most unbelievable pieces of abandoned technology ever built, the Soviet-era Marx generator. This colossal structure, once an engineering marvel, was designed to generate artificial lightning bolts with voltages reaching up to a staggering 150 megavolts. Originally constructed during the Cold War, the facility was used for high-voltage research, including testing how military and aerospace equipment could withstand extreme electrical discharges. The generator itself consists of a series of towering capacitor banks connected in parallel, which when triggered, release an enormous pulse of electricity capable of simulating natural lightning. Despite its immense capabilities, the facility was gradually abandoned after the collapse of the Soviet Union, leaving behind a futuristic, almost alien-like landscape of rusting machinery, crumbling transformers, entangled high-voltage cables. Number 6. The American Dream Vehicle. One of the most unbelievable abandoned vehicles in history is the American Dream, the longest car ever built. Originally designed by famed car customizer J. Orberg in the 1980s, this 100-foot-long limousine was a true symbol of excess and innovation. The vehicle, based on a Cadillac Eldorado, featured an astonishing 26 wheels, a jacuzzi, a swimming pool, a diving board, a king-size waterbed, a mini golf course, and even a helipad at the rear. It was designed not just for luxury, but also to showcase extreme automobile engineering. However, after its initial glory, the American Dream was abandoned in a parking lot and left to rot for decades. Over time, it deteriorated, with rust eating away at its frame, tires deflating, and its once opulent interior falling into decay. It seemed destined to be forgotten until, in 2019, Michael Deezer, an avid car collector, purchased and restored it with Orlando's Deserland Park Auto Museum. After extensive restoration efforts, it regained its former grandeur and officially re-entered the Guinness World Records in 2022 as the longest vehicle in the world. Number 7. Hashima Island. Hashima Island, also known as Gunkanjima or Battleship Island, is a haunting testament to Japan's industrial past. Once home to a thriving coal mining community before its abandonment. Located off the coast of Nagasaki, this small island, measuring just 6.3 hectares, was a hub of intense industrial activity between the late 19th century and the 1970s. The island became famous for its tightly packed, high-rise apartment blocks that housed workers and their families in cramped conditions, creating a fortress-like appearance reminiscent of a battleship. In its prime, Hashima was a bustling place, with over 5,000 people living and working there, extracting coal from the depths of the sea to fuel Japan's rapid industrialization. However, as the country transitioned to petroleum in the 1960s and coal mining became economically unfeasible, the island was abandoned in 1974. What remains today is a ghostly landscape of decaying buildings, rusted machinery, and a sense of eerie desolation. Number 8. The SS America. The SS America, once a majestic ocean liner, became known as the Ghost Ship after its dramatic fall into abandonment and decay. Built in the late 1930s as a luxury liner for the American export lines, the SS America was designed to be one of the most modern and elegant ships of its time. However, despite its glamorous beginnings, the ship's history took a dark turn. After serving in World War II and returning to civilian service, it faced a series of financial struggles, leading to its eventual retirement in the early 1960s. Its decline was inevitable. The ship was sold off multiple times, and in the 1990s, it was beached off the coast of the Canary Islands, where it was left to deteriorate. Its haunting, rusted hull became an eerie symbol of abandonment, with its luxurious interior gutted and overrun by nature. The ship's remains slowly decayed under the harsh sun and salty sea air, earning it the chilling nickname, the Ghost Ship. Number 9. The Deserted Train Graveyard of Bolivia. The Deserted Train Graveyard of Bolivia, known as Cementerio de Trenes, is a haunting and mesmerizing site located in the remote outskirts of Uyuni, near the Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. This eerie place is home to a collection of rusted and decaying steam locomotives, which were once part of the thriving rail system built in the late 19th century to connect the mining regions of Bolivia with the Chilean coast. The graveyard's location is steeped in history, as it was once a hub for the transportation of minerals, including silver, tin, and salt, from the Andean highlands to ports for international trade. However, as the railroad infrastructure began to decline in the 1940s, these once vibrant trains were abandoned to the elements, left to slowly deteriorate in the dry, desolate desert landscape. Today, the graveyard's surreal, post-apocalyptic atmosphere attracts curious travelers, photographers, and history enthusiasts. Number 10. Over and Out Space Station. The Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, once one of the most powerful and unique radio telescopes in the world, holds an incredible and unbelievable history tied to advancements in abandoned technology. Built in 1963, it became a vital tool for astronomers and scientists studying distant cosmic phenomena such as pulsars and quasars, as well as receiving data from planetary exploration missions. Its massive 305-meter radio dish captured and transmitted signals that contributed to groundbreaking discoveries, including the detection of gravitational waves. The observatory's remarkable design allowed it to focus on both space exploration and terrestrial applications, including important contributions to national security through radar research. However, despite its significance, maintenance, the observatory suffered from neglect in later years, leading to a steep decline in its condition. The technology, which had once been cutting edge, slowly became a symbol of lost opportunities and faded brilliance. In December 2020, a tragic structural collapse led to the observatory's closure, marking the end of an era for this remarkable piece of abandoned technology.